Hi, my name is Timothy Butler, and today I'll be talking about my scuba diving equipment and my scuba diving experiences and how they have changed and affected my life. The first thing I'll address is my equipment, and the first thing we put on is our wetsuit. This one here is a 3mm. It ranges from a 9mm to all the way down to 2mm, and there are different sizes, lengths of the arms, and legs depending on the water temperature. The next is our tank. Our tank is usually filled from 3,000 to 3,500 psi, and on a regular dive we use about 2,000 psi, just depending on how much air you're sucking. What connects to the tank that connects to the BC is your octopus. Your octopus has two sets of regulator, your primary and your secondary. Your secondary is just in case your other diver runs out of air and you need to share air or something of that nature occurs. The other two hoses on this side will be your inflator hose, which will inflate your BC, and your computer. Your computer has your compass, your PSI on it, and how long you've been down, all sorts of that kind of stuff. This BC here is actually self-integrated with its weights. Instead of having a weight belt around your waist, this one has weights securely in the BC, and you need weights to keep yourself buoyant in the water. We also use fins, masks, and snorkels. I didn't bring those out, but those are common. Now that you're familiar with our equipment, I'll talk about the process of my certifications and dives. I was first certified when I was 12 years old. My open water process was through a classroom for about 5 sessions, at Highland Pool for 4 to get familiar with the equipment and all that, and then we went to Blue Hole for a weekend, Santa Rosa, and we did 4 dives. In those 4 dives we learned how to share air and address situations if we do run out of air, and filling up our mask with water and taking it off, all sorts of scenarios, so we are prepared for the big ocean. Our other certifications we had is my advanced open water certification and my oxygen provider, and also CPR certified. My advanced and the open water is different because the advanced lets you go down further and opens you up to more certifications throughout the diving world. The buddies I've had through my experiences is my brother Sean, my father, my stepmom, and my stepsister. My father was actually the one that got me into scuba diving when he came back from the Marines as an embassy guard in the Bahamas. He got our whole family into scuba diving. The family vacations we've taken was, our first one was in Mexico. We did Seal Island and Deer Island. That was my first dive in the ocean, actually. When we went to Florida, we went through the Keys, and the one I remember most was St. John Penny Camp. There was a huge statue down at the bottom of the ocean, and tons of jellyfish, which kind of made the experience not so great, but it was still fun to dive. Hawaii was the most recent one we went to. We went to Kauai, and there was tons of turtles the size of BMWs down there. You'll never see the same color twice at the bottom of the ocean. The visibility is clear for miles. Nothing clogs it up. The impact of my life is very significant, and I encourage you all to at least give it a shot. But beware, once you go down once, you don't want to come back up, and you want to keep diving in and going down to new places and trying new spots. I will be showing you now clips of videos that I've taken through my scuba diving, and here we go.